very hard.
But he said Bane is bad, and Bane is first banned, and
Yeah,
last
and
game he
Shadow
dominated.
Demon is his favorite hero right now.
Yeah. I have to agree. We had a lot of discussions about Shadow Demon. That hero is really underrated right now. I'm happy to see it picked up in the first phase. Gyrocopter.
Well, he's another hero that does a little bit of everything. Like he has wave clear ultimately if you
SD
need
you
it.
mean, right?
Yeah, he's got save, he's got catch, he's got like disable, BKB piercing disable more or less.
Yeah.
For bigger targets. It's something where I'm surprised even in patches where he feels a bit weaker or has been nerfed that he's not picked more just because he does all of these things pretty well.
And now he got buffed as well. If you kill someone on the Soul Catcher, you get like the 80% damage illusion until they respawn. Then it kind of just disappears. But that hero has a lot of unexplored potential, I think. Well, not so unexplored anymore, right? Because Vici really liked the hero.
Yeah, there's a few teams that have started picking it up. Vici being one of them.
You see Secret starting to ban out some of these kind of hybrid damage cores that do well against the Tidehunter.
Yeah, actually SD is not like really a combo with Gyro. Well, you don't really have to pick a combo with SD. Whereas Luna is like the more obvious choice.
I was going to say the SD Luna is though.
Yeah, SD Luna definitely is. So they go for the Omni Knight themselves. Which is not really surprising because...
Okay, but the Rubik's not banned this time.
Rubik is not banned, and Yapswell loves Rubik.
And we've always talked, Jack and I are in agreement with this. Pick a Rubik into an Omni Knight, you basically get a better Omni Knight.
Yeah. No cast animations. Why not? And it would definitely fit their lineup too. Although, I haven't seen Puppy play Rubik or Clock. I don't know if it fits him. Because usually it's Yaps or Clock. And then like more like of a Witch Doctor, that kind of hero for Puppy. So I don't know if they have the ability to switch around there or not.
He's been playing a lot of Bane. You'd imagine that he can do it.
Yeah, probably not as good as Yapso, but he can still like get the job done. And yeah, Omni Knight in general is a really strong hero against Tidehunter. I think you have the pure damage burst as well as the repel to work against the Ravage. Yeah, and Guardian, and of course you wanna kind of out team fight Tidehunter. You don't wanna be afraid of the Tidehunter's team fight. And Omni Knight is an amazing team fighter as well as the Sand King. So right now they have the superior team fight for sure.
He's sat there going, I've picked an Omni Knight, go on then. Pick the Rubik, dare you.
I don't know if they can, honestly. Maybe VG knows that. Maybe Lanham is like testing the waters.
Yeah, I think that's what I meant. I think he's genuine. This is a bait.
Yeah, Lanham is like, come on, puppy, do it. You wanna do it? You know you wanna do it. Are you going to?
This is a lot of time being extended.
It is. I think this is what they're thinking right now.
It's over a minute already that they used for this pick. Yapso's like, Jakiro. Well, that's more of a Puppy hero for sure. Like, Puppy loves playing Jakiro. And yeah, so gamble paid off. Omni Knight has not been counted.
Now.
Yeah.
For now.
Well, then Jakiro has to be caught with Tidehunter.
I know, which it could be, but
it's very unlikely.
Unusual.
Because then you're like super all in. Yeah. If you really pick a Rubik now, it has to be like a Soulmate Rubik or something. And I don't think they'll do that. So what does VG need? They need objectives for sure. They have no pushing potential right now at all. So they need something like the TB they had last game. Is there anything better than TB this game? Slark. Alright.
So they do go with that kind of remaining answer against the Tidehunter, against having hybrid damage and the stat steal.
Slark is actually really good against all three heroes they have. So. Storm Spirit. Amazing hero. Hard counter Slark. Really good against Omni Knight. The only stun VG has is a Sand King right now. And this looks like a very free Storm game already. I really like this pickup.
10 seconds remaining.
Middle Storm though, it's gonna be...
5 seconds remaining.
They can't really help him too much. Like Clockwork can help a little bit, but he's not like an ogre or something that can really like dominate a mid hero. And Bloodseeker. Yeah, I guess they picked Slark. Bloodseeker is a hard counter to Slark. Makes a lot of sense. VG needs some lockdown right now, or a really big silence. The only other way they can play is like pick a Quap or something to really dominate the Storm that he doesn't even get online, and then you can deal with him like through items later on. If that's the path you want to go. That's a very risky path though, because if it doesn't work, then the Storm is just going to win them the game.
Well, I
How
thought
does the they
DP
can't- I was going to say the DP.
Yeah.
Oh well.
The DP would have been a really good pick. It offers both the silence and the push, which is both their weaknesses right now on VG's gaming side.
so there's still something like a Dragon Knight they could pick up to fill some of those.
Yeah, but Storm
requirements.
kind of free farms against the Dragon Knight. It's like both kind of just free farm. And
5 seconds.
You know, even a few weeks or a few days ago, the Bloodseeker ban would have signaled the impending anti-mage.
yeah, I mean anti-mage can work, but not. Wow.
Ooh.
Drow
A
Storm.
Drow Storm game.
This is all built for Storm. This entire game is just for Storm. They need to make sure he gets a good game. If they can shut down the Storm, it's gonna be super good.
10 seconds remaining.
But although Slark is really good against Drow Ranger, like if Slark ever gets on top of the Drow, it's gonna be very problematic for them, because they don't really have save to get him off her.
So what's the last pick?
They're going to
for
want to
Vici?
apply a ton of split push pressure this game. They have wave clear or tower push from basically all 5 positions.
Yeah.
And so
VG's kind of locked into a position now where they need either a pusher or someone that can really deal with the Storm. Because so they do go for the Dragon Knight in the end.
Select your
Alright.
heroes.
That still means the Storm is gonna free farm middle though. Unless they're gonna roam on him.
A CTY Storm game.
Yeah. I mean CTY Storm is really good.
Yeah.
I'm a bit scared though, because they have the Sand King and Shadow Demon. They can definitely roam on the Storm and keep him really occupied and kill him a lot as well. So, but I think that's the way VG have to play this game, because if the Storm gets online and he gets really fat, it's almost impossible to play for them. Because Slark cannot deal with Storm at all.
Is it a better draft from Secret this time around though?
I actually think it's way better. I actually give him a little bit of an advantage this time, simply because the only thing they have to deal with the Storm is like one Dragon Knight stun and one Sand King stun. As soon as he gets the Lincolns, the game is going to get really, really hard for them.
Need to finish this one a little bit early then perhaps for Vici.
I also agree. I like Secret's draft much better, but I think the Drow's going to have a really hard time this game. And just based on how they played, I think VG are in much better form right now. So I'm going to give the edge to VG again this game.
All right, okay. Fairly split decision on this one. There's a little bit of indecision. Not a surprise after a much better draft this time round from Secret. Can they convert it into a game win? Let's find out as we head back to the arena with Toby, One and Malini.
Well, if the panel is indecisive, maybe we can help settle the score. Are we going to be split on this one, Ben?
I would say Secret have a slight edge in the draft as well.
Okay.
But Vici are in better form.
So you're on par with Jack.
I mean, I don't really say I favor either team. I mean, maybe slightly Vici just because I think they've been playing a lot better.
Yeah.
But if Secret's going to win a game, it's going to be this one.
For me, like I look at it and I agree. The Storm Spirit can't be locked down. Like there's very few that will be there, but you've still got to get CTY 1, 2 Lincoln Sphere, and then some kind of aggressive item that works with it,
Even without Lincolns, I think he'll be fine.
and 2 syncing with the rest of his team.
Yeah, it's more so the Drow Ranger I'm super worried about.
Yeah, it's like I sit there as a Drow lover personally, and I am just like, she is not going to have an easy game. Like,
Yeah, no matter what she's laying against, it's going to be hard.
there's too many heroes to close the distance. Slark is the old-fashioned counter to her as well. I don't think any of the new changes are actually going to help her. In fact, it actually hurt Storm Spirit at the start. Now with the Aura doing less work in the first level, like it's, I don't know, I sit there and I wonder exactly what it was meant to do with that last pickup. It doesn't help the off lane. It's not going to help your roaming support.
Obviously, it helps CTY.
It definitely helps CTY. But they have to then make that mid lane really, really work for them. And they're not going to get kills there with the DK now positioned in the mid for VG.
It's also weird that they turn for the Drow Trap because they do already have the Jakiro. Jakiro's already pretty decent at pushing towers. I thought they would have picked, you know, some more... Ace usually does play the space creator, so he's, you know, making room for CTY to actually deal the damage. That's usually what we see, even from CTY's old teams and Ace's current team. But this game is a little bit different.
Maybe that's the reason they're doing what they're doing. Like, they just double up on it. They force the towers early on. Slark, Omni, and DK, they all take a little bit of time before they come online. Same with the SK. So maybe there's a timing window that Puppy just saw in the draft and said, you know what? I don't think they can actually repel us.
That is true. I do think that 11 is not going to build as greedily as Fada. And if he were to, it would probably be a mistake just judging on the draft unless they're super far ahead. But he should have a pretty easy time in lane, I would say.
I think it's the first time I've seen a little red eye appearing on the map like that. little ward marker that the Dire side can put down.
Nice.
Features in a game, 6, 7 years, 8, however many years old.
Has it been 8? It has not been 8.
No, well, we've only had 7 TIs, so. But do you want to start counting Warcraft 3 Dota? We developed a lot of stuff back then too. But runes, 2 and 2. A little bit of harassment damage either way. And then let the laning phase begin, and we'll really see how everything goes down. Ori may be a little bit sad. The body block in the mid, superior for Team Secret.
Well, he didn't really get a block on Ori because with the way TP scrolls work now, you can't actually TP to the mid lane after you get the bounty runes.
So you have to commit one of the support heroes, which for Vici are up on top lane.
Or you don't go for the rune, which I actually think some mid players do.
Well, Fada's in trouble up on top. Disruption's going to come in. Lanham, wait for the right timing. The leech is going to begin this control time. Now they can go for the Burrow Strike. You don't have another pounce just yet. Fada really. Kraken Shell lets it break free, but it still won't be enough. At the same time, the battle was happening on the bot lane. So technically with that split screen, we were actually watching both engagements. But it was Lanham who gets the first blood in on the top lane before Puppy's able to get the revenge onto Young 11 on bot.
That was a split-second difference in between the two.
Tight.
Yep. It's tough as a level 1 out there, especially because Kraken Shell level 1 is... Sometimes you'll see people get like Stout Shield and then they'll get Anchor Smash at level 1 just so they can stay in lane. Especially in situations like that. You have 3 heroes beating on you and 2 SD Illusions. So you're going to get a lot of value if you have both of them. However, he has taken a spill.
And this mid lane, obviously it's going to go the way of the Storm Spirit early on until...
Jeez, he's way ahead as he is.
Yeah, I was actually thinking, like, until the bottle's going to arrive, and again, Fada's going to die up on top lane. It's a death lane for him to be there. But Ori is really getting wrecked. Like, how long is it going to take before he's able to pick up his bottle and then start Breathe Fire farming?
Oh, wow. Yapzor is going to get the Bounty Rune and the Arcane Rune on bottom. And 11 is not going to get this bounty on bottom, so he might actually die here.
You know, Yapzor is hesitating to run forward.
Wow, I'm very surprised about that. I guess he's not level 2 yet, but neither is... Oh, he is level 2. Why didn't you go for that? That's weird.
Don't know. He's got the mana for both Cogs as well as Battery Assault. Maybe he was trying to wait until he ran down like this. Like, you back off. The Dire Observer Ward should have actually seen this.
Yeah, you're going to have to search for a pretty long time.
And he just TPs away, back to the tier 3 tower.
You're just going to waste...
tier 1 tower.
Waste your time. I mean, maybe he was worried about the creep wave, but I think you can cog him out. Like, the creep wave starts to the right side of the river, not close to the cliff.
CTY is going to be aware. He's got his Observer Ward up there, so he knows that Lanham's in the neighborhood. Couple of one charges available, Bottle's going to arrive, and like CTY understands, even with the help of Lanham, this mid lane still belongs to him. It's 24 versus 13-2 now, so Ori is catching up. And he's got the Soul Ring.
Soul Ring. Nice.
And Lanham will move all the way down south. Not exactly certain if he can get this kill. With the help of the SD, maybe they can. 3 heroes coming over. Yapzor waiting on the high ground. They start with the Battery Assault. Young 11 trapped inside of it. And he'll repel to give himself some protection. And now SD, they turn for the fight. And maybe they have enough. Puppy, Burrow striked up, having a lot of damage on the Purification. Ace with the early point up, and Gus just pushing him back. And Puppy, he's dying to the SD illusions. Fenrir trapped inside the cogs once more. Another hero locked in with the Yapzor. But Ace, he doesn't want to fight this one. In fact, he's just TPing out to safety. So Yapzor will find the kill over on Fenrir. There is no follow through again from VG.
Yeah, this is exactly how you want to pressure the Ranger. Force her to go not greedy, force her to spend a lot of money on consumables, force her to rotate in lane just to help out her supports. But at the same time, 11 is still not getting that much. Only 4 CS on him.
Yeah.
Ooh,
pretty terrible for him.
Storm has a regen. Should carry over until level 6 too. That's gonna be rough. They're gonna be really hard pressed to find a kill before that.
He's already taking a fair chunk of damage. Lanham rotates in towards the mid. What a time for Yapzor to TP into the trees.
They had a scan that hit, so they knew that someone was coming.
Hence enemy incoming.
Yeah.
Popped up by Fada. Yapzor now makes his play up. They need to get the cog block off, and Dragon Tail's gonna make that difficult. A Vortex, no point in it, so no pullback available. Can just slow him down with that overload. And there it is, the cog trap in. Ori can't go anywhere. One charge is up. Dragon Tail, the burn from the cog. It's not enough, and no level 6 on Storm. They'll actually allow him to salve up. Meanwhile, on bottom lane, the double Gust Puppy getting some space on this one. But in 2 seconds' time, he'll let Burrow strike, and Puppy will die unless he can dodge it in the trees. But it will not happen. Extra Puppy illusions created with the death of that Jakiro.
How's Slark doing? Slark's actually... Oh, Tide is in the jungle. Oh, no.
Tide is in the jungle, and Slark has 20... He has almost as many denies as he has actual hits.
Oh, this is really bad that Tide has a jungle. Because Slark has a free lane. The supports are free to just completely dominate the bottom lane and just run around everywhere.
Still no level 6 on CTY, and no regeneration rune for him to use anymore.
That was a really nice play by Ori before where he canceled the regeneration rune from Storm Spirit. That actually saved him. But yeah, I mean, this is bad.
Yeah. And it's going to get worse when these supports from Vici Gaming actually continue their rotations, continue to add pressure. Oh, Lanham. They're going to look to attack him. Doesn't have a single point up in Sandstorm. He is a level 3 SK, but Burrow strikes away.
I actually expected the laning phase to go much, much better for Secret than this. Yeah, Storm's winning, but he has Drow Aura. Yeah. But they're just getting pummeled on bottom.
Just hit 6, but here we go again. It's the disruption, the perfect Burrow strike time. Make sure there's no gust back. Purification. Such heavy damage on Ace. And now Fenrir's got even more Drows to fight for the cause. They look to move forward. Yapzor and Puppy forced out of the lane. And the ST Illusion's actually currently chipping away at Yapzor. And he knows there's little he can do about it. What are they going to do? Rotate the Tidehunter in? Right now, Tidehunter has actually moved towards the mid lane to stop the Dragon Form DK, adding more pressure. But because this pressure is on, they know that CTY is also rotated off. He's down on bottom lane, starting either the long walk back to mid, or they let him at bottom for the moment and let Fada try and get something out of the mid lane.
So satisfying.
That's actually what they've done. They've pushed Ace to the north.
That's still not a great place for him.
Nope.
By north, he means the north jungle.
Yes. He thought he could venture beyond the wall, then realized he's actually quite crap as a wildling.
Someone just called for a smoke on their side. The two of them bought smokes.
Oh, Fenrir and Lanham are together.
Oh, sorry, on Secret side. It's weird that both supports actually buy smoke at the same time.
Maybe they're coming to bottom lane. They, again, are absolutely wreck CTY. He has 7 one-charges up his sleeve and Ball Lightning available. But that's not enough mana to get all the way back to the tower, so Fenrir is going to start with Disruption. Catch is coming out as well. Lanham, Fire Strike timing. This synergy has been absolutely perfect between the two supports. They need a little bit more damage, and they just don't have it, even with the Caustic. Maybe the pop with the... their Fire Strike, that'll do it. Closing the distance, diving the tower. Yamsor's rotated in. They want to get some level of revenge. Repel is there for a young 11. Will pull his way out of the cogs. Lanham ready for another Burrow Strike. Ready for her space creation. Yamsor is low. The Burrow Strike's there. They'll take the bounty rune from him. Yamsor will pop to the Caustic, let alone everything else is throwing at him. Storm and Clock fall for this. Vici Gaming, without a care in the world, wander under Team Secret's towers and continue just to win lane after lane after lane.
Yeah, he had
maybe they can get something back in mid. Jump onto the DK. Jump further on the DK.
Very nice dodge of the stun right there, but don't think it's going to be enough to save him. Actually, didn't even... Yeah. Well, Ori also had an Arcane Rune last time he used the Dragon form, so... I mean, Paparazzi's had a free top lane. That is the dream as Slark.
1.7k net worth in front of the Drone Ranger, who is the #1 for Team Secret.
I actually am still surprised that they left that top lane alone. Yeah, Fada died twice, but I mean, after the support showed bottom constantly, killing the THD, killing the Jakiro, killing the Drow Ranger, killing the Jakiro again, then you would expect someone to be up there, at least showing, so that you get all that glorious lane experience in gold.
But doesn't happen for Team Secret, and they willingly went into this. Like, then again, they did kind of early draft the Tide as well. This is why Vici Gaming's third pickup of Omni Knight kind of like messed with their lanes completely. You want Tide versus Omni, which then you had to go something other than a Drove for an offlaner.
Yeah, they thought the Jakiro would be strong enough to zone him out, but that is not the case. Also, Jakiro is not the best right clicker, so she's actually not getting that much benefit from the Drow aura too. Like maybe like a Lion or something has a little bit better right click, could zone him out, but
It's gonna be so fearful being in that lane. Burrow strike again. Lanham, Ari, and Young 11. Perfect combination to bring down CTY. Yabso was nearby, but he was just trying to get enough leech experience off that bot lane to hit 6.
dude, they
but
are
he's a
crumbling.
He is a level 4. You have level 4 Jakiro and Clockwork right now. Both supports from Vici Gaming have 5. But it's the level 10 Slark 10 minutes in. Now plus 10 agility. And only just a couple of 100 gold, 400 gold away from having Shadow Blade.
this is one of those starts that are just completely demoralizing. And I hope they're not like, all silent and like bathing in their disgust of how the lanes went. Oh, and they popped 2 smokes. Oh no.
Burn 2 smokes. Ace was still farming up the Ancients. Yep, Soul's going to call the sorry mark, and yeah, this is problematic for him. Fenrir, defensive disruption, dodges the dual breath, supports TPing in, but then the purification and the repel. Fenrir will live long enough to even kill off Yapsol. Fada's Ravage, it's rather effective, but still it won't save him. Young 11's got too much heal, another Burrow Strike from Lanham. I swear Team Secret have spent more time stunned than alive in this game. Puppy's TP won't work. Purification will kill him off. And VG Gaming, 11 kills to 3. Momentum galore coming their way, and that Shadow Blade Slark is already on the hunt. And he has found the perfect prey. But doesn't go for it.
Radiant's bottom tower.
A little bit risk, right next to the shrine.
Yeah.
But this is why you want a very tanky position 5. Not necessarily tanky, but just one that's difficult to kill. One that buys enough time for a TP response. Bane, Shadow Demon, Winter Wyvern, like these sort of heroes that will buy enough time for your team to come. If he doesn't have disruption there, they probably just get in and then get out before the TP start flowing in. But because of the disruption, they're literally just sitting there. 2.5 seconds.
Get off my rune. He's going to go for Echo Saber as his next one. Keep those attacks coming in, shift the essence. The minimal stats that Team Secret's already got. And combining that now up with Dragon Form push on bot lane. Not a single tier 1 tower lost for VG Gaming, and they're about to take their second, or their third tower in total. 2 tier 1s and 1 tier 2.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Another disastrous sign of a Drow lineup when you're losing towers and you don't even have any T1 of your own.
Oh, Fenrir. Something is going to go their way finally. Fenrir will get popped. The Observe Ward that was just on the other side of the tree line should have also helped them to know that, yep, that dire Observe Ward is down. So they remove a little bit of the aggressive vision, get the kill on the SD, but Lanham in mid. He Burrow Strikes in, the Purification was up. Fada thought he had some breathing room, but Ori, they trigger the drum charge. They're running forward quickly. Lanham's Burrow Strike, oh, Poppy creates a little bit of space, but it's a level 1 Ice Path. It'll help when Lanham doesn't connect. But Fada on the run, back behind the tower, but he uses the illusions to purify. Where the panel say VG Gaming were just styling Team Secret in Game 1, that was style with a capital S.
This is what I like to see from Omni Knights. You help your team out. You get Blink Dagger, you get Aether Lens, you have a lot of mana to help out your teammates. How many heals did he throw out in that mid-fight where they completely demolished them with a turnaround? Like, if you go for a Midas Rush, you're not going to have the mana to throw out these amount of spells, and you're probably likely not even going to be there because you're going to be off, hitting creeps.
Are you liking the build from Storm Spirit? We just got the Kaya as his first item and now going to be building into Lincoln's.
Let's be real here. If he gets a Bloodstone, he's probably going to end up with like 6 charges after a couple minutes with the way the game's going.
That is true.
But, I mean...
But is Kaya the best alternative?
Honestly,
Ace, goodbye.
He's a little bit poor right now, so he doesn't really have too much of a choice.
The TP! Wow.
Wow.
Kill secure.
So cool. Flame and just walk away. Doesn't even bother with the stun. Nice one, Ori. The confidence play. That is styling, dude.
He only needed the breathe fire to get the kill before the TP was going to complete, so it makes sense. And come on, the Slark's already got too much in this game. He's got the Shadow Blade already done. I think half of the Echo Saber is... yeah, he's got the Oblivion Staff coming out in the courier now. Like, we're 14 minutes in on this Slark. He's 13 levels up. Net worth is at 7.4k. It's unbelievable how good this game is going for him. Actually, no, it's very believable how good this game is going for him after his laning phase.
Radiant's top tower is under
Yep.
attack.
Oh, that blinked a bit.
Middle tower is under attack.
CTY jumping away just at the right time. They're engulfing him from both sides. And ball lightnings all the way back to the tier 2 tower. Every bit of mana CTY has got allows him to follow the order of Fada of get back.
Get back, get back. I think this early game might have played out actually a little bit differently if that first game hadn't been played. Because notice where they actually shift their attention to. Last game it was top and mid, and this game it was mid and bottom. They've been radiant both sides, so they actually like helped out their carry a lot this game, and they left Fada out on an island, and he.
Oh, Yapsaw. Okay, you know things are not quite right when Yapsaw, with perfect vision, misses the hook shot. Now Paparazzi can just pounce himself away. And now they get the Observer Ward dewatered as well.
Their decision to not help out Fada, though, I think really cost them.
Oh, Ace.
Nice
Where's
silence.
the extra damage? Not there.
Great silence coming out from him. Stop that disruption from coming out. But I mean, it's so little in the way of Team Secret.
Yeah.
Well, at least Vici have a pretty terrible Roche lineup, so Secret actually have a potential for Roche still if Vici make the fall of going into Roche when all 5 of Secret are still up. So that's kind of what you're looking for Secret, for Vici to do something that's just beyond their means right now. They're AK ahead, but that doesn't mean they can do anything in the world that they want. Maybe they'll commit too hard on a Storm without enough disables. Maybe they'll do Roche when they have a pretty terrible Roche lineup with no Medallion. Maybe they'll try and push towers when like Dragon Form is down or something like that. Maybe, you know, they'll try and farm all 3 lanes out when they can't control all 3 of them. So these are the things that you're looking for them to do. They are ahead, but they can still make mistakes.
Yep. And that's where CTUI has to be there to capitalize on them. Because if he can do that, then that Linker's Sphere can be completed. The control on him will disappear. But for the moment, VG still know the good target, the Shrine, just got burned. As CTY getting a little bit of mana back, and Paparazzi is on the hunt. He won't find the target. In fact, the pings are coming out a quick jump away. It was Puppy who pings that one up. Yapsaw, hook shots available. Hooks over towards the SK. They just want to get one kill. And Lanham is going to be, the Sentry Ward's down so he couldn't hide. Fada creates some space with that Ravage. They kill off the SK, turn their attention towards Paparazzi. They've already burned the Ravage as well as the mech of Fada. It is time to retreat if you're Team Secret. The Dawnbreath can catch 3, but now the Guardian Angel is there. So much regeneration, so much sustain for VG. They move closer with the pounce forward. Paparazzi actually pounces over the dead corpse of Fada. 3 heroes down, no buyback for the Tidehunter. Their only advantage is there's no creep wave for VG Gaming on that tier 2 tower. And that's not a big advantage. It's coming.
Well, secretly, maybe mid one is very happy. I think, like, you know, whenever you're like, you know, take a day off work or, you know, miss a game, you know, if they perform pretty poorly, you can be like, oh yeah, that's because I wasn't there, right? It's always nice and reassuring.
I'm fairly certain going through his head is not that. You mean like, oh, I'm sorry this has to happen.
I bet he wished that he were here for this.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he is not.
No. But this is problematic to say the least for Team Secret.
Yep.
The net worth is completely blown out of proportion now. The Slark is building into a Blink Dagger now after having Echo Saber. Okay, now he's changed his mind and gone into Silver Edge. But this is still, it's harsh. And VG are going to keep the pressure on. No surprise. We saw them set the tempo in Game 1. They're going to do exactly the same in Game 2. Double Blink Daggers, SK and DK, and a smoke up from Team Secret. 4 of them together. Lanham smoke is actually going to break, so will Team Secrets. And Lanham instantly into Sandstorm, hiding underneath their own Sentry Ward. Team Secret really wanted something there. Maybe they're thinking about actually going into Roshan with that smoke. The line was right for it.
They would get crushed.
They've done it before.
They have. All right.
Paparazzi. Oh, God, boy, what do you do against that? You're repelled up. And all Storm can do is just ball away. However, Fada may not be so lucky. Ori is already in the back line. The Cogs will trap him up. CTY jumps forward. Ori is dying pretty quickly. The disruption is there. ST will create some space, but he doesn't have enough to get away. Now do they have enough to jump? Hook shot, Yapsor creating space, moving forward onto Fenrir. Paparazzi bounces over the epicenter, maybe Tide Ravage as mech. It gives them now the sustain for Team Secret. A massive fight. These are the mistakes the Merlini was mentioning about VG Gaming that they could make that will bring them back in, because now Team Secret, they're looking towards Roshan. They're getting money in.
You know what happened?
Is no longer a dream.
I was just talking about how 11 went teamfight items, and then he had a Blink Dagger queued up, and then he built a Midas, and then he wasn't in range to heal the DK. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Paparazzi, he just killed off Ace. The Ice Path is nice, catching Young 11 on the back lines, allowing CTY to do some work, draw Rangers down, but nothing of value was lost.
Or he's probably like, where the hell were you, 11? Where were you?
Here we go. Let's have a look at it again.
Look at where he is. He's actually to the left of the secret shop. If he had he was really close out of disruption. Clutch disruption coming out from Fenrir over here. He almost was in range to save him right here. But then he just heals the paparazzi. Yeah.
Because he actually used that Purify as well on the run back. Paparazzi was already healing. They didn't actually have the damage to threaten Yapso, who just instantly comes back in again.
I think if he has a Blink Dagger, it's a completely different fight. He can repel himself so he doesn't get ravaged, blink in, heal him up, and then GA and just start right-clicking people, and then Sand King and the Slark can follow up after that. But, you know, Midas just kills your team fight potential.
Oh, boy.
It will pay off in 30 minutes, though.
The rocket from Secret's going to... Oh, God. Yes! Yes, it will pay off in 30 minutes.
Especially with losing that team fight, it might even be longer than that.
Right. In 30 minutes' time, you're going to have a fully 6-slotted CTY, and then nothing to control him.
But like, you have Midas, dude.
They couldn't allow...
You can buy...
I'm sorry, do you want to go back to the days of Alliance in 2000, what was it, 14? Like, do we need those times back again? Or the end of 2013?
But you have Midas. You can buy all the items that you can buy... an Atos and a Scythe to counter the storm. Okay, we're done here.
Thank you. Here comes Paparazzi. Sentry Ward reveals him, but he's already broken the Tide under the Silver Edge going into work. There's no Ravage. The Macropire is nice. Sparta, the life, he's going to sustain for a while. But a while is not long enough.
It's lovely that Paparazzi can go Glass Cannon build because he has Repel. He went for the agility and the attack speed, so just all out right click.
They're going in again. The Sentry Ward's revealing Observe Ward on the hill. They can push it back. Ace in a good position just to cannon fire from the rear, but Yapsor, the cogs locked down. Oh, the burst damage is there from the Remnants to help bring down the Omni Knight, so he's gone for the count, but Paparazzi can now be free to do what he wants, going through Ace. Maybe not so much when CTY, once again, it's into the back lines. It's like CTY and Paparazzi just want to ignore that each other exists. But he may not have a choice. Right now, CTY has lost every teammate he has. Paparazzi with a triple kill. And VG, with the creep wave coming down mid lane, can at least force buybacks, if not do some heavy damage to the tier 3.
Glorious plus 120 agility. Echo Saber Arcane Rune, pretty good.
Storm. He's got enough mana for it, so hey, why not? It's a shame he doesn't have the Remnant talent.
Paparazzi just does so much damage right now.
Looks so stupid him doing that. Melee is gone. Yeah, Paparazzi has over 250 damage 23 minutes into the game. Obviously, the essences are going to start to shift again. Hook shot, Yapsor. Well, we fought this place before. We're going to find it again. Fenrir, he's going to fall. CTY jumping in deep. It breaks the Lincoln Spear. Now Paparazzi going for a little bit more, but no! Support is there! They were going for both targets. A little bit of greed, or a lot of greed. A mountain of greed.
He still had all the stacks. So right now he's at 37. Yeah,
they're done. 24 minutes in, they're realizing this is a hopeless case. Team Secret get 2-0'd by VG Gaming, as VG Gaming will be secured top 3 position here at the Perfect World Masters.
Lonem is in top 4, and his drafts have been pretty damn good, I would say, and their support duo is just on fire, too. They are just completely controlling this early game and allowing their cores to do whatever the hell they want to do.